What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
What's up? Hey. It is me, Gina Gatson, soon to be Gina Davis. Well, I am here today. I may be flying solo, but that's okay because I got a great guest that's coming. He's going to keep this show live. He's going to get you guys on the edge of your seat. My big brother may be in here about 7:15, 7:30, somewhere around there. But let's get the preliminaries out of the way. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. All right. Let me tell you, I have to share this with you guys, and this is going really personal. You know, I don't usually get personal on the show, but I have to share this. You know, I've been going through a lot. People don't know that because I try to keep a smile on my face and I don't carry nothing on my shoulders. But I have been praying. And, you know, you pray, and sometimes, you know, that little doubt starts to come in, and you still try to pick yourself up, and you pray even harder, and you say, Lord, show me a sign. Well, you know what? The Lord showed me a sign today, and it really, really perked me up. And it helped me to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Without going into any detail, it was something that I needed. It was something, it may be small to others, but this was big to me because I felt like God said, let me just show you that I'm still here. And he showed me today that he's still here. Not that I don't think he's not ever there, but you know, when you get that sign and you and he whisper in your ear, it just gives you even more strength to keep going and to fight what it is that's trying to bring you down. Okay, that's about me. But I also want to say, you know, we've been having a good time, y'all. We've been going out here on location. We have been to Blossoms right there on 2900 Clark Road. Good food. If you have not made it there, make it there. They have the most delicious food. If nothing else, try that mac and cheese because you're going to think your mama made it. We also visited Simply Extravagant Enterprise. They do everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. They do everything. From taxes to helping small businesses find funding, to printing, to party rentals. Man, I don't even have enough fingers to go down the line of what they do. Get in touch with them. They're right there in the flea market on Cleveland, right next to Dollar General. They have everything you need. They are a one-stop shop for real. And I cannot leave out the Jazzy ladies and gents, man. We had so much fun out there doing the slide, man. My boys and my girl can dance, man. They got some moves. They can dance. We may be at your location next, so keep us in your Rolodex. Get out that black Rolodex. Put in Dope Living TV Live. We may be there next live on your location. Well, enough about me. Enough about what we're doing. We got an awesome guest that's coming on. He has been acting since the age of 11. The age of 11, performing for daycares, friends, kindergarten, you name it. You name it. He was there. And I'm telling you, I seen him in person. And when I say he can blow you away, I mean, from Chicago PD. I believe this new film is coming out real soon, Root of Evil. There's something in the woods, Thou Shalt Not Kill Yet. I don't know about that yet, but yet. And some other things like Daddy Issues. And again, Imitation of Life. And I'm pretty sure that portfolio goes longer than that. This guy here, Patrick Deal, he is a young actor that is serious about his craft. It took me a while to get him on the show because he's busy. He's busy. He's very busy, but he made time for me. That's right. But you know what? I'm going to let Patrick tell you about his past, his journey, and what he's doing now. I love to see successful Black men and women. I just love to see successful people, period. Successful entrepreneurs. And I got one on here today. I'm going to bring him on. Patrick.
Man, that intro though.
Patrick, you gave me a lot to work with. Hey, if I didn't have anything to work with, I'd have been
right, yeah.
But you gave me a lot to work with. And you know what? I know the audience is curious to know, Patrick, all about you. I know some of them have seen you because I have a lot of friends who have been to Theater 47, which is where I first saw you. And I did not know that you had such a long line of movies, not just stage plays, but you have movies.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
So, well, first of all, thanks for having me on the show. That intro kind of got me all blushing a little bit, so I do appreciate it very much. Oprah couldn't have done a better job.
Oh, so. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Get out my way.
I'm Patrick Deal. I'm an actor. I've been acting for I want to say almost 20 years or so.
Patrick,
something like that. I mean, well, so here's the thing. I didn't actually hit stage until like really 11, but all of I had like little skits here and there that people would write up, and it was kind of like my first intro to like improv and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was sort of like a thing where, people say this is what I was born to do. So that's kind of where it started. And then I want to say up and from 11, I started acting like in puppet shows, in churches. And then while I was staying in daycare, we would have like these little like side activities. Like they wanted us to get like creative in our own ways and stuff. So we would write out like certain things, like whether like paintings, drawings, if we like to sing, do music and stuff like that. And so what would happen is that I love to write. And so I kind of wrote this little sketch between me and my friends. And so we, like me and these two girls, we got together, came up with a show, and then just kind of performed it. And then after we performed it, we said, hey, let's just perform it in front of the parents, the kids, and all that. And that's kind of what happened. So
wow. So it was meant to be then.
Yeah. And the thing is too, at that age, all of my friends were pretty much like nervous about performing and stuff on like in front of parents and things. And it just became natural for me. Like I wasn't scared. I wasn't nervous. When I think about it now, I sort of kind of cringe because I think about like what the subject matter was. Like it was like a romantic thing, us being 10 years old and all that kind of stuff. And so it was just kind of like, I don't want to.
Hey, baby, She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Her name's Naya Lee. Say hi. Yeah, she's kind of hungry right now.
She's camera shy.
Yeah, she's on camera shy. So yeah, so that's kind of what it was, and that's. Oh, I hope you don't hear that. We're storming outside.
Oh, no, I couldn't hear it, but it's wow. You're in
Yeah.
Illinois, right?
Yes. I'm
Oh,
yeah, kind of. I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago, so that's kind of where I'm at.
okay. Oh, so that means it's coming my way because I'm in Gary.
Oh, you're in. Oh, okay. So you're right
Yes.
next door.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how did it feel when you first performed? I mean, your first either live play or movie.
Like, I'm sorry. That's the question I'm using.
How did you feel? I mean, was it natural to you, or were there some fears?
I mean, I know when I first did like my play, there was a little bit of nervousness there just because I was gonna be in front of like a huge crowd. So let me say this: before I actually got on stage in high school, I joined a forensics team, and pretty much what that team was that pretty much we would, as students, we would come up with like monologues. We would pick out monologues from a play, and then we would I kind of do like some cutting breakdown of the script and stuff. And then once that was done, we would pretty much perform it in front of, like the class and stuff. And this what would you call it? This extracurricular activity, if you will, we would pretty much be judged by our teachers, and that would qualify us into going into like competitions. So that was sort of the thing where I would like first get introduced to like performing on stage and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
Well, I had forensics too. I did
oh yeah.
drama. Yeah, I did drama for a couple of years in school,
Mhm.
stage plays. I thought I wanted to be an actress, but my mother said no. So I I wasn't
Yeah.
an actress.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get how that forensics go, and I'm assuming that you had teachers or mentors that kind of was there to help you along the way.
Yeah. So I did have a speech teacher that I stayed up with when I was in forensics, and she would stay in touch with me. She actually pretty much taught me like the foundations of like how to perform a monologue and get into character and learn what it meant to like embody a character and lines and stuff like that. And so as a kid, we're not necessarily, caught up with like the vernacular as far as like how to, get into character and stuff like that. But over time, I started to really understand and learn what it meant to actually embody a character. And so once I got the hang of it, I started crushing it. Like I just started crushing it in front of the kids in my school. Once we started going to competitions, I was still a little rough around the edges, but then I ended up winning prizes. I think it was either my first or second top competition that I did. I won third place, and that was a huge feat for me because I had anxiety up the ass. Like I was
Wow.
super shy to just show what I had.
What? Patrick,
I
you
mean,
do
hey
not
man,
seem
I was
like
like,
you were the shy type.
I mean, look, 14, 15, man. It's like
But you were kissing girls at 10.
well, I don't know if I mean, if they were kissing me, okay, I was the one saying like, leave me alone. You know what I mean? So yeah. Can you
Well,
give me
let me
one second?
ask you.
My signal is starting to act up a little quick. Let me just give
Oh,
me
no,
one
no
second.
problem.
Just
You
one
may,
second.
if you need to log off and log back on, go ahead and do that because sometimes that helps with the signal.
Okay, it might be have something to do with my cord or the lighting over here. But just give
Yeah.
me 1 second.
All right. Man, I'm telling you, I am so excited to talk to Patrick. I have seen plenty of his shows. I have seen him do a lot, and honestly, just getting to know him just for the past, well, I think when did I first see him? Imitation of Life, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I'm telling you, he did his thing on that stage. That Imitation of Life, I think it brought out the best in a lot of those actors and actresses. I mean, they really, really put their best foot forward. I don't cry easily. I don't cry easily, and I was sitting there in tears. I seen some guys in there sitting there in tears too, so it wasn't just me. But you know what? I know he has a lot that he's going to share. If you guys have questions, bring them on because he can answer those questions for you.
Is
I
that
was
better?
just
Can you hear
oh,
me?
much better.
Okay.
You know what I wanted to ask you because I saw you in Chicago PD. And you didn't just do stunts because I know you do that too, and we're gonna
Yeah.
get to that. We're gonna get
Yeah.
to that. But you were actually one of the top roles in there. Like it wasn't like you were in there for 5 minutes and gone.
Yeah, so that's shout out to my agent for actually getting me that booking for. So that was kind of surreal because it was maybe the third time I was actually on TV for something like that. And when you go into the audition and you're reading the sides, you don't really know, or at least the caliber that I'm at right now, you don't really know exactly how big the role is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your agent will tell you, how much the pay is and how big it is, but you don't really fully know until you actually get booked for it. And
Mm.
so when I booked it, I'm thinking whatever the side that I had was going to be my only scene. And then once I started to kind of go through the process of like signing contracts, going to the office, prepping for the days of the shoot, Michael Beach just walks in. And I was like, oh, hello. He's like, how you going, man? How's it going? And I was just like, hi. It was like, I mean, I don't want to say it was starstruck. I don't know, but it was just I didn't know I was gonna be working with him. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
nobody tells you anything. Like you go to CineSpace and everybody's just kind of like clockwork. It's kind of like walking into a factory. Everybody's just kind of like in their own lane and stuff. But I didn't think like somebody of Michael Beach's caliber was gonna walk in there. And
Right.
so that's when it became a thing where either I'm gonna have one scene with him or this is gonna be a pretty big role where I'm gonna be a pretty significant piece of this episode or whatever. And turned out, I mean, had a lot to do, had a lot to work with, a lot of scenes, and
Mhm.
I'm just really blessed that I was able to get that.
You did an awesome job. If you guys have not seen
Thank
it,
you.
which episode was that?
That was season 7, I think, I believe. And it was called, what was it called? Can't remember. Can't remember the name of the episode. But
Yeah. I mean, you were like the tough guy.
yeah, I was the guy that they were after. Like that, and that's the thing, like, because they don't give you the whole script. They kind of just give you your sides or whatever, just to kind of, prevent spoilers and stuff. But after watching the episode, it was like, oh yeah, after like all the stuff that's going on, it's all because of me. And I'm sitting there just it was kind of I can't sometimes it's hard for me to watch the episode just because I
Really?
yeah, I have this thing about watching me on screen.
I
It's
hear that. I hear that from a lot of actors and actresses that they do
yeah.
not watch the movies they're in.
Yeah, because I mean, and some people are better than most. It's just a thing where, like, I know how much I put into the roles that I play, and even when the director says it's great, when people say it's great and I get praised for it, I always find things that's wrong with it, and I just can't help it. I just cannot help it, and so I'll watch something like whether like it's streaming or I catch it on TV, and then my mind just starts rolling. Like I don't like that look I made, or I don't like the way my
Mm.
voice sounds.
Oh,
I hate
you're
the
your
sound of my own
worst
voice.
critic. You're your worst
Yeah, man,
critic.
it's the worst. And so when I start to like kind of watch these things, even like doing my own reel, like when I do my own reel, it's like almost like my own, I don't know, it's like my own self-torture. Because it's like I
Listen to the
can't
lies
believe.
that is coming out of this man's mouth.
This is welcome, Greg Gray.
I'm
I'm not
messing
even
with
gonna
you,
throw you on
Pat.
the bus like you throw
How's it
me
going?
when I get in there at 6:59, 7 o'clock. I ain't even gonna throw you under the bus
I'm
like that.
messing with you, Pat.
No, it's all good, man. That's good. It's all good.
Yes, I'm telling you, Greg, he has such a huge background and portfolio. I'm starstruck.
I've seen him. I think
Oh,
you did something on Chicago.
Chicago
how
PD
did
Yeah.
with Michael B.
I haven't had a chance to read the bio, but I know I saw the face.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
everybody knows you, Patrick.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I look really different. I have all this hair on my face because I'm in a show where I have to play like a bitter old man. So I have
Oh, you
to,
gotta let you. That's so
yeah.
crazy. You have to do all of these different things for different parts. Like sometimes you have to lose weight, sometimes you have to gain weight, sometimes you have to
Yeah.
look old, sometimes you have to look young. How
Yeah.
does that feel?
Well, I would say this, my biggest fear, I don't know if you want to call it a fear, but my biggest concern would be if I get cast in something, I have to lose a lot of weight. Or like gain a lot of weight because I'm very active in the gym. I really care about taking care of myself, and the physique I know is important for a lot of casting directors and stuff. So it kind of helps because I'm always like athletic. But if I was to get a role where I have to like go the Christian Bale route and lose a ton of weight, and look like bumpy bumps from The Wire, it's I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna start to exhibit some health problems, and I just don't. I mean, some actors can do it and they're flawless with it, and they win awards for it. But I always ask myself if I can do something like that, and I still don't know. But we'll
Mm.
see. Maybe the money will make me do it.
All you gotta do is look at that, go to your bank account, and then be like,
Mhm.
I can do this.
Yeah. Can I lose 150 pounds for this? I'll pay to get it back. Sure.
So let me ask you something though, Pat. So I mean, as an actor with that you seasoned actor,
Mhm.
is there a role that you won't play?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Well, we know he
Um.
plays scary movies.
I know, but and I'm thinking, and I'll be even more specific. Okay, there's a
Mhm.
lot of guys that got great relationships with their women, their wives, and this and that, but they get on screen and they, kissing on the
Oh,
dude.
those love scenes.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I've done this is kind of funny. So I've played on three types of occasions in the show where I had to play a person who was like sexually assaulting characters in three different plays. So this is a funny story. So one play, it was like I think a movie or a play that I did where I had to play someone who would sexually assault I'm a student in the school. And then the next stage show that I did, I had to play another guy that was like, raping people and stuff like that. And then the third show I did, I was playing Prince Amnon from the Bible where he rapes
Okay.
his sister. So that's
Wow.
essentially, three stage victims that I had. So this is what's crazy. I got cast into a show, and all three of those women that I worked with, or that I did the thing on stage, I ended up working with on stage together, and it became a thing where I was like, "You all are my victims," and it just became this inside thing where it's like, "You're so funny," it was pretty funny,
Wow.
but it was I mean it was all good. It was all like we understood because I'm very professional about it, but I don't know if I would do something like that again, just because that's three times of ingesting that energy and kind of turning it to something like that, and
Yeah.
and it kind of stuck with me a little bit because I take my craft really seriously, so I sometimes had to go down the depths of that those characters. But I guess it depends on the context. It depends, like if the script is strong and I believe that there's a powerful message to this character. So there's that. I probably wouldn't do like maybe P Valley stuff because P
Mm.
Valley is a little,
Wow.
yeah. I mean,
A little
and,
bit too much.
yeah, it's a lot going on. Like somebody told me I should be in P Valley because it's hot right now,
Oh my
and I told
gosh.
them
You got to
which
draw
character.
a line in the sand.
Yeah, and they were telling me who I would be good as playing with or what kind of character I would be, and I just said I don't think I would do that. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Okay, so he does have limitations.
And that's cool. I mean, I think every time, especially when you get to a certain level, you should be able to. And it's good that you're getting the work, number one, but you should
Yeah.
be able to pick and choose some of the roles that you get
Hmm.
offered.
Yeah.
Every role isn't a good role, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes you get certain roles. They're only written just to kind of like promote certain like people like representation and stuff like that. And I get it. What I'm saying, like I think it's at its heart it's a good thing. It's just sometimes if actors are comfortable with it, I say go ahead. It's just, I don't think, not to say that I'm not capable of doing it, because I'm surely am. It's just,
Right.
it's just a pass for me. That's pretty much
Do
it.
you worry about getting? Do you worry about getting typecast?
You know what's crazy? So a lot of actors hate being typecast, and this is the way I look at it. I think if you're typecast, I think it can be so. There's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it where if you're typecast, it can be, it can give you limitations as far as your craft, because everybody's always looking at you as that thing. Or you can look at it as, this is work that you're gonna always have for the rest of your career. Like, think of somebody like, take Danny Trejo, the Mexican with the tattoo on his chest. That dude gets typecasted for literally the same kind of character in every movie.
You're right.
And if you go on his IMDb, he has like 100 movies that he's done, all because he's playing one person, right? And so I look at that and I go, well, he's being typecasted, and he doesn't seem to be complaining about it, but he got more work than me. And the more and more he gets casted, the more and more his salary goes up. And he's a brand name, like people know who he is. So Danny Trejo, as typecasted as he is, you know what you're working with, and he's successful at it. So, I as I started doing this more and more and getting more experience, I got to a point to where if I ever did get typecasted, and like a dozen studios, hit my agent up and say, hey, I went for this role and it's the same thing, that's like, run up that check. Like I'll play a certain character for a number of years and get like just a large, plethora of work, ahead of me. I take The Rock too. The Rock in some cases plays himself like the same kind of thing all the time, and he is bodying it in every film. Like Black Adam was born to play that role.
Yeah.
Now, I want to know the side of the choreography, because you do stunts.
Yeah.
And he's have you played side by side by brother Zell?
I think so. We haven't done an actual project together, but we did like link up, like doing extra work and stuff and talking in background. And then we had like some we had like a gathering that we had where he was invited, I was invited, and we linked up and started talking about our own, separate set of projects that we were doing. But we linked up. We had a lot of commonality with the whole stunt thing. And Root of Evil, the movie that you mentioned, that was actually my first film where I was able to really showcase my choreography, my stunt choreography, fight director, and all that kind of stuff. It was a film that I wrote during COVID because, when things were shutting down, actors just had to stay in, and you get that call from your agent, nobody's auditioning because studios are shutting down. Get ready to start doing self-tapes forever. So I just decided to get constructive and write something to get people out the house. And, I kind of, because I'm a big action guy, I love action movies. I used that opportunity to just kind of make something that was short, sweet, but still badass at the same time. And that experience was it was just exciting. It was just exciting, man, because it was a lot of work we had to do. It was a learning experience as well, because you go in there thinking you don't know what you're doing, because I'm not like Chad. I'm not like the Keanu Reeves doing John Wick stuff, but I want to be. And you don't know if the work you're doing is going to even compare to that kind of stuff. But doing it and just kind of like getting it out there for the first time, it really gave me a lot of confidence. And
but
so,
you're like a natural. You embody the somebody that's just real. You're looking at the Keanu Reeves and this and that. You mentioned that, okay, but those guys are that they created a character. The things that I've seen you do, you're real. You know what I mean? It's natural. So
yeah. And I'm glad you say that, because I try my best to bring a little bit of naturalism to the roles, especially in film. I know that in film, you want to keep it as natural as possible. Less is more, as they say.
Right.
And in theater, you get like the times 10 version of me because that's kind of what theater requires sometimes. But I do try to give it a level of groundedness to it just because, if it starts to feel fake, it's gonna look fake
Right.
on the show or on stage. And so
Mhm.
and that takes a lot to master just because, sometimes you get in your own head sometimes. You start making choices that are just, superficial and it's just a lot that goes on in this brain. You know what I mean? So
How much creative license do they give you when you're acting?
well, it depends. Some directors they love they love to give actors like at least the show that I'm in right now. I have so many licenses to just do whatever I want. I can make a bunch of choices, and I have like it's like a playground. I can just do whatever, say whatever, and if he likes it, he'll give me a thumb up. And because I've worked with him before, because he loves my style of acting, he loves everything I do. So sometimes it's a challenge for me because it's like, well, tell me what it is that you like so I can stick with it when we do the show because you know, I'm sometimes I run out of ideas. Um, and then you have some directors that are like really technical, they know what they want and they know how to like they know which way you want to move and stuff like that. And it's fun. It's still fun. It's just I think when you're working with a technical director, you want to be able to have a level of discipline because I
Yeah.
know some actors they want to do everything. They want to make their own choices. They want to, I'm thinking about this and doing that. But some directors are like, no, I really like this. You gotta do it like that, and you have to like come to grips to understand that this is their show. They know best in the show that they're directing. Let them have it. And 9 times out of 10, in my experience, the results are just amazing.
You're
You
killing the
know,
game, man.
so
We
Yes,
got
he is.
we got the Root of Evil trailer here, man. For real.
oh
Yeah,
we're gonna show it.
We're
man.
gonna show it.
I'm
Oh,
you sticking around or you got to bounce?
no, I can
No,
stick around.
no, I'm gonna bounce, but I'm gonna stay for this trailer.
Okay, well, look, we're
Oh.
gonna run this trailer right now. This is the Root of Evil. My man Patrick Deal is in this. Let's go.
I see I got your attention now. You really think you could just bust our operation with no repercussions? Tick tock, motherfucker.
Chris?
Always had to be a good fucking cop. Get our daughter back.
I'm coming with you.
What if he's bluffing?
That got my attention.
Let's go. Let's
Man.
Thank you.
That got the
go.
adrenaline
You gotta premiere
going.
that here. Come on, man. What?
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you.
Come
I'm
on,
telling
bro.
you.
I see David in the chat. Shout out to David.
Dude, that's fire, though. That's fire. That's fire.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm telling you, man.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying that. Believe me, we've had people to bring their movies on here. I mean, not bring the movies on here, but come on here, talk about the movie, and then we play the trailer and it'd be like, oh shit. That's not what he was talking about.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. The trailer will always make you go to the movie, go to see the movie. That
Yeah.
trailer, it's just adrenaline, nonstop adrenaline. That is,
come on,
I can't wait to July.
You gotta let us play this movie, man. You will do a Patrick Deal day. Okay, I know you got a place to do it, all right. But we'll hey man, look, we will play the movie. How long is the movie?
Movie is like what 27-ish minutes, I think. It's like maybe 25 minutes. Almost half
Gina,
hour. It's a short film.
Pat, you gotta let us play this. You gotta let us play this song. We'll do a day with you where you're here. We'll put it on we'll put everybody here and we'll play the movie while we're doing it. We'll pause when you want us to pause and say, well, hey, this right here was where I was getting my ass whooped. And you know, this where the gun was supposed to fire, but it didn't. All right, you know.
Right. Yeah,
hey, man. Come. I mean, I know you got other stuff to do, and Gina has to go, man.
Yeah, I gotta bounce, but I'm gonna tell you, I had such an awesome time. I gotta go, but I gotta meet with my pastor. I can't put the.
Oh, you don't want to miss that. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I love talking to you, Patrick. We're gonna have you on again.
You stay on, because I'm still here.
You are doing so much. But I'm gonna turn you over to Greg. You're in good hands. But thank you so much for coming and sharing yourself with me.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me. Good luck with your pastor.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Gina. Man, look, that's that trailer right there makes you, like Gina said, it makes you want to go. Makes you want to go and see the movie. All right, and the movie is it's going to be premiering in July. Where?
So we premiered it at the Music Box Theater downtown, and I think it's going over its rounds to being distributed on streaming right now. It's not on streaming yet, but I did talk to the director. We're still trying to figure out a way to get like another premiere going so we can have people to come go see it. So if you're talking about showing it here, I can just call her up and say, hey, you know, Greg says from
hey, bro, we'll show it. I'm telling you, we'll show it. And you know, like I said, have you back on and we could chill.
Yeah.
Drink some Kool-Aid and just
Kool-Aid.
You know, we were looking, man, and you know, you are an accomplished actor, and I love it when we have, you know, people. I can't act, you know. I did television before, but I'm not an actor. I'll stay in my lane. All right. It's good when we have people that can come on and articulate exactly what they do, you know. And you are doing that well, and you're doing your thing too. We got your reel too, bro.
Oh yeah. I sent I got everything,
man. Look, this is full service here, man. Everybody, look. This guy is if you're talking about an actor, he's an actor. It's full service, okay? We're gonna play your reel right now, man. If it's okay with you.
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's the show. Do your thing.
Full service.
It's gonna be like this.
Nah, you'll be all right. It's Pat's reel, y'all.
What is this?
Yeah, that's what I saw you talking to me.
What? Yeah.
Why do you have a tracker on your car? Huh? Are you
not that thing?
Are you playing me? Mackie, are you working with the police? What the hell are you talking about, man? Why do you have a bug on your car?
That's what I'm talking about.
It ain't bug, man. I didn't put it is. There's a tracker on your car. There's a wire on you. But I ain't no snitch, man. Well, if you're not, they're working you. That's not possible, dog. They got your car bugged, means they got you bugged.
Got you busted up so bad, you put him in a coma for 3 months? Or what about Kimberly, gang raped, who you told you could be trusted until you couldn't? What about Alan Reese?
Oh, you pay it
the guy who shot to death to hide the fact that he was taking payouts under the table. The point? I don't work with scum.
I know you got them. Yeah, bro. What's up, bro? There you go.
No, I ain't trying to hear that bullshit, man. You got my money?
No. But I was gonna say though. Oh yeah, you think you let me hold something next week, bro? I promise I got you next weekend, bro.
You said that shit last week, man, and the week before last. I can't keep on giving you these passes. You understand? It's making me look bad. How do you think it's out here making me look?
Like a stand-up citizen of the United States.
Well, get out my face with that bullshit, dog.
Hey, come on, Chris, don't be like that, bro. Come on, bro.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, dog. I want my money. You understand me?
Man, come on, hey, hold on, bro. Hey, Chris, man, get up there, bro.
Come on, man. Oh.
So you gonna be okay for
You're
tonight?
killing this, bro.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
I haven't seen the same
Thanks for letting
character.
me use
You
your
know what I'm
car while
saying? You're
Matt's in the
diverse.
shop.
You know I don't mind taking you up
Yeah,
there.
thanks, man. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
Jasmine's with the babysitter, which means we baby free for the night.
I know, okay. That's okay.
We baby free
I
for
just
the
need to
night.
get this over with, so...
You know what I'm saying? Like the ladies, you know what I mean?
You know, I just need her signature, and then I'm on to another chapter. No pun intended.
Well, I know it's been a long time since you've seen her, but it wouldn't hurt if you at least invite her to the wedding.
Oh.
It's just a thought.
Yeah. I just,
Shout out to Young Blaze. Shout out to Young Blaze.
Man, hey, bro, look. And see, that's what I was talking about earlier. You're not you're not typecast. You're able to go and do something else and still kill it. You did 4, maybe 5 different characters there. All right?
Yeah.
And you I didn't see the other character that you played in any of them. All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's the mark of a true actor. I think you got this down pat. I can't wait.
Thank you.
To see some bigger pictures. Who would you like to act with? If there was anybody that you could choose to act with, who would you like to act with?
Ooh. I want to say Denzel Washington, but I feel like everybody says that.
Hey.
But it's just I mean, it's true though. I would want to, but you know what? I want to work with him when he's the director. Because I feel like, because I mean, I've seen him act before, you know, in a lot of his movies, but I feel like with his direction, there's a lot of like hidden gems that you're gonna get with him being behind the camera. You know, like I know with like the Great Debaters that he's done, and like even stuff with Fences, like I feel like everybody was on top of their game because he was the one in charge. You know, and everybody's seen Denzel do his thing. We all knew he was gonna kill it, but you know, I feel like, you know, Viola Davis, you know, with the snot nose coming out and crying. I feel like that was Denzel saying, "No, we ain't gonna do this what we did on stage. I want you to go there," and goes there, and she gets an Oscar for it. You know what I mean? And even like with his kid, you know what I mean, and everybody else. So I feel like that's going to be like a milestone for me to where, you know, it's gonna really help, you know, like the craftsmanship of the acting. You know what I mean? That's something that I would really want being in a Denzel movie. And I know there's one thing that like, you know, with Ethan Hawke, what he said about acting with Denzel in Training Day. One of the things that he said was that, you know, with Denzel, he don't fuck around. You know, and that tells me that even when he's not directing a movie, when you're in the scene with him, you're gonna want to change some stuff. You're gonna want to try to match the bar that he's at, because he's just another breed. You know, he's one of my favorite actors too, but it's just like, you know, being side by side with that kind of caliber of an actor, man, I think it changes the course of like everything as far as your craftsmanship.
Yeah, I think if you got an acting gig with Denzel, if you thought your career was already set, you're gonna know if you're acting with Denzel.
Yeah, if I get an acting gig with Denzel, I'm gonna piss my pants though. I'll tell you that.
Hey man, you get an acting deal with Denzel, I'm gonna piss my pants for you. Okay? I'm just saying that'll be cool, because I say he was with us first, for real. Now, what leading lady would you like to work with? Don't say Taraji.
No. I mean, I've worked with Taraji before. And
okay.
Yeah, and she's good. She's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, she is. She is, most definitely.
But I would say, ooh,
let me throw some names out there. Regina King.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because in what's that movie she did? In Bill Street? Bill Street Talk? Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Regina King is definitely the GOAT. Who else?
You'd probably kill it in a good movie with Regina King.
I think I would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, I feel like every time I watch her in anything that she does, I feel like that's my dog. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I need to be in that movie. You know what I mean? I always get those feelings and stuff when I see her in anything. Like even in like the old stuff with like Boys in the Hood and Poetic Justice, like when she's acting like the ghetto chick from the streets and
Yeah,
shit. I
yeah.
be thinking like, man, like I could be in that back car with Ice Cube, like what you mean with your hoochies and all that? Because that's what you are. Yeah, man. Like I could be in that scene because she just knows how to carry it. You know what I mean? And yeah, she's such a good actress. I loved her in Southland. I was actually
Yeah.
upset. So yeah, my favorite things about Southland was her, and I was upset when it got canceled because her arc was so amazing. When they canceled it, hurt my feelings.
And if you look back on her career when she was doing 227, I wouldn't even
Mhm.
thought she would be as big as she is right now. Because
Yeah.
it was mediocre to me. It was like
Mhm.
she was just in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know for a long time. I didn't know that she was the voices for the Boondocks, for Riley and Huey.
Yes,
I did
yes.
not know that
My son told me that, man. I was like, get out of here. And
for the
she killed
longest
that.
time. Yeah, she killed it. So I sometimes I want to see her do it like as herself in person
Mhm.
sometimes, but nobody never asks. Like, you do the voices of Huey and Riley, and nobody never asks us that. But I want to see like, how did you get? Because she sounds like a boy when
Right.
she's doing those voices, and when you see her talk, you can kind of hear it,
Yeah.
but it's like, what did you do to embody two little boys, two little 10-year-olds? That's crazy.
That's acting.
Yeah, yeah.
She
But
killed it.
voice acting is a whole different breed, man. It's a whole different caliber, and that's something that even I still have challenges with sometimes. But
But would you like to try? I mean, would you like to get into that though?
yeah, no, I would definitely want to get into it. Like I would want to maybe do like some animation stuff, at some point. I just know the craft behind it. I know like when I hear like Phil Lamar talk about his characters that he's played and stuff like that, and he talks about like what he's done to get into those, caricatures. I can't even say the word caricatures of what's being presented visually.
Mhm.
I'm lost. I'm just like, I don't know how you did that. I still don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds like Samurai Jack, so you got it. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes, like I said, I don't like to hear the sound of my own voice sometimes. So, even me just like changing it up, I start to get weird about it, But I would definitely want to do it, most definitely.
But your name is out there now. You're out there. I mean,
Mhm.
to see your name, I was even grinning when I saw your name roll up on the credits of the trailer, man. I'm like, that's amazing. All right. I mean, and what we do is we celebrate people on this show who's gone through to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, would you ever have imagined your name on the screen for everybody to see?
No, actually, not in a million years. There's a lot of, like I said, I'm using my own worst critic. So sometimes, even when I'm doing a lot of work and I think I'm doing a good job, there's always a sense of, and this is just me being transparent. There's always a sense of validation that you feel like you need just to cross that kind of milestone to get your name up there. Because Hollywood, it's a huge bar, and sometimes as an actor, you feel like you don't have what it takes
Right.
because you're doing these gigs here and there, and you hear these stories about how actors got that one first picture, and now sometimes you just feel like, what is it they have that I don't? You know what I mean? And it takes more experience and more projects and more just fleshing your craft out to understand that it's gonna happen. You just got to keep working. You just got to keep working, and then the practice is gonna start to prove itself out, and then at some point it's gonna happen. So that was definitely a life lesson learned doing this whole thing.
Is
So
it
I'm very blessed.
is it easy to you now?
No,
No.
it's because it's always a new thing. I people write roles, even when they're roles that I've done it before. Like I, if anything, it's gotten a little bit harder because now that I've done it so long, I go deeper with these characters, and
Mhm.
sometimes I purposely would challenge myself naturally. Like I'm not doing it just because I want to. Like it's just because I'm been doing this for a long time. Now I just have this knack for just wanting to go deeper to bring that realness out because you want to find something real, so that way the character is somebody that the audience can relate to. And it's always a challenge when you're trying to, find something that's subtextual, like it's not on the script. Like reading a character on the script, you're not seeing what this character is going through. You kind of have to embody that and
Yeah.
find it and do your homework at home. And sometimes I'm just in my office for hours trying to find that. Sometimes it comes quicker than others, but then a director will give you a note, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna go home, and it's always a challenge. It's always a challenge. And I think when it starts to get easy, I gotta go back to acting school.
It makes sense.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you always want to keep on challenging yourself, and I think that's why, God has blessed me with these opportunities to keep on working and doing these projects because I think people see the passion that I put into it. They see that I'm not just here to make a check. I'm not just here to, show myself out on stage or whatever. Like I actually, care about these characters. I care about the journey, and I care about what the audience thinks. So yeah.
And again, man, like I said, and if anybody didn't see the trailer as well as the reel, you're natural. There's a lot of people. I love watching movies, but I look and you you're not the Tubi movie type natural. Okay? If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? People keep on hating on Tubi. Like there's sometimes, look, when I'm at home and I'm on a day off, right? Like sometimes it's okay. Like I get a guilty pleasure out of just watching a Tubi movie. You know it's gonna suck, but it's just like, sometimes, and maybe this is just me, I still have things to learn from a Tubi movie. You know what I mean? Like I see, even when like there's bad actors up there and the camera sucks and the looks all amateur, like those are things that I know what I went through when I was making movies.
Right.
And the indie world, it's all about making mistakes, and I know they get out of hate because everybody has Netflix and Hulu, and you see the quality that Hollywood's coming out, but Tubi is allowing a lot of indie films to sort of kind of be seen. And I remember when I was a kid, I didn't think any of my little movies that I made in my backyard would see the light of day, let alone people pay you for it. Like, I mean, those bad movies that people are memeing on social media, say what you want, but they're cutting them a check for those views. And those directors that made those movies, they're still learning from the mistakes that are being shown through the Tubi world. And yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. But you know what? I have a theory. I think that right now they're taking everything. If you have a Tubi, they're literally taking everything. But I have a theory that they're going to at some point see how much money they're making, and then they're gonna stop taking everything. They're gonna say, you know what, you got enough money. Maybe let's take the streaming service a little bit more seriously. So, like, I feel like we're in the window right now as far as like indie world, where if you want to submit stuff, you want things to be seen, do it right now, because there's gonna be a point where Tubi's gonna be like, no, we don't do this no more. Like we make billions of dollars a year. We don't work with this. We're like competitive with Netflix right now. We don't do that type of stuff. No, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So I think this is a good chance to like get in before you won't be able to have it no more.
That makes sense, man. I literally post up sometime and I just let Tubi roll.
Yeah, man. And we just hear the noise, man. And sometimes you start laughing, you start getting entertained. Like I remember, me and my wife, we started watching a Tubi movie. It was just on just for white noise, and we're looking at the screen and we're like, "What the hell is this?" We're watching on screen, and we could not look away.
Right.
I think maybe that's what the thing is with Tubi. Like they play these bad movies, but they're so bad that they're good. And you're just watching it. I'm just like,
yeah, that's you are absolutely right. It's like, man, this movie sucked.
Yeah.
But damn, that's a good movie.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I don't know why I said it, but
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. But I'm with you though. I don't want to like if someone said I was a Tubi actor, I would take offense to that. I know what they mean. So I'm with you there. But as far as just the whole service itself, I think there is an opportunity there to learn and make mistakes and let people laugh at your stuff, because they laughed at Robert Rodriguez when he did a movie for $7,000 and it looked like crap, and same with Kevin Smith with Clerks.
Yeah,
those movies were trash, but it took one person in the theater to just go, this is actually pretty good. It's shitty, but ain't that shitty. I know a guy that might like this.
Right.
The rest is history.
Hey man, well you I don't think you have to worry about that. All right. You got you're in a different caliber of acting. Okay. And I was told, because there was some time ago we did an interview with somebody, and They had the movie. We watched the trailer, and then we said, "Let's go watch the movie." And you know, you could hear the person who had the mic on, but the person over there, they sound like they were way back in the distance, okay, but they were standing right there, all right.
Yeah.
And then you know, the light is great here. I can see everything on this person. You go back to this person, and it's like, who is that? You know, they look,
Right.
like, they look like under the bed. You know, they just so black they look like under the bed. So I'm
Right.
like, wow, okay, this is Tubi. And I'm like,
Mhm.
let me watch some more and some more and some more and some more. But you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about that, man, because you're a different caliber actor, like I said. And
Thank you.
I think you got a huge future, man. I'm telling you. When Gina told me, I didn't have time to even look, and I'm glad I didn't, because when I saw the picture, I'm like, I've seen him before. And I know I watched Chicago PD because I know my man Dave Leonard was on there at one time too, and I saw you, and it might have been that. I think I'm positive it was that scene, and I hadn't even seen it. You know, when you sent it to me, I didn't even see it. When you sent it to me, I saw it sometime before on Chicago PD. So I'm like,
yeah.
I've seen this cat before, and I'm a huge critic. I like acting, you know. I don't like getting up there and yo man, where you going? You know, shit like that. I can't do that. I'm like, no, act. You on TV, you on the movies, act.
Yeah.
You do that, bro. You do that.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, man, for coming through the show. I'm sorry I was late, but
That's okay, man.
Man, look, you gotta come back. I'm telling you, we'll play that 27, 26 minutes, 28 minutes, whatever. We will play it. We will sit, and all of us will be on the side, and we'll play the movie. You say stop it right there, and you want to talk about it, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll definitely do it.
Well, I'll definitely come back, man. I appreciate the re-invite. I love. I mean, I'm having a fun time right now, and I thank you guys for the warm welcome. It's putting butterflies in my stomach. So
Butterflies in your stomach for a little bitty show like this, but you're doing acting, man. You out there. You're doing your thing, all right?
Thank you.
And I'm gonna make sure that we send you the link so you can check yourself out on YouTube again and again and again.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna go viral with this one.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you off of Tubi though.
Yeah.
I love Tubi, but we're gonna keep you off of Tubi. When we connect with somebody, man, and they're great and they're articulate and they're funny and they're fun, we got to hold you down. Okay, so anything we can do here at Dope Living TV Live to help. Anyway, if you want to use this platform to say, well, hey, got a movie coming out. I wrote this movie. Give us the trailer. We're gonna play it. We'll play it for a whole month if we got to. We'll do it. We got you.
That sounds awesome.
Hey man, before we leave, we always like to give everybody words of advice and some nuggets, and we like to do the same.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, so I would say, if you want to be an actor, I guess that's the thing, right? People who are aspiring to become an actor and stuff like that, I would just say, there's workshops right now where I went to college for it and spend tons of money for it. There's classes now where you can take really good acting chops from good professionals for less than a fraction for that. I would say, you're trying to become an actor, get into stuff like that. The money's not, it's not super expensive. I would say invest in something like that. And when you are on this journey for acting, keep going, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm at the road right now because there was a lot of grinding that I had to do, a lot of rejection. There's a lot of rejection in this business, but if you just keep going and getting inspired from the celebrities that used to sleep in their cars, slept on the street just because of that. They tried to catch that one audition. They slept outside of Tyler Perry's house because they knew they were going to book that thing. That stuff is real because there's this level of faith that they have within themselves, and they put a lot of work into it to make sure it comes to fruition. So I would say just keep that faith alive, keep that hope alive, and don't give up. Keep on going. Keep working on your craft. Take these acting classes. Whatever criticism you get, take it constructively. Don't get so sensitive. Don't get emotional about it. Let it fuel you to get better. And even if you're getting rejected, you're getting rejected from left and right from studios and executives. make your own stuff. You know, if you think you're a good writer, write out a script, bring your friends together, and just make something. You know what I'm saying? Do it on the low. And if it's good, someone's gonna notice. Someone is going to notice. And Tubi's a thing where, you know, they taking everything. But I would say definitely just keep the hope alive and keep going and never give up. Like, don't ever give up. So
that's that masterclass right there. With words of wisdom, man. Okay, I can't wait to see the movie where you're getting all scraggly and stuff. Oh man, I can't wait to see that movie coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one's good. We saw I saw some snippets of it. I can't talk about it now because the non-disclosure stuff. But
absolutely,
that's a short film that we're going to be getting into festivals real soon, and we might start winning stuff. I hope we do. But I didn't. The way he chopped that up, you know, I look good in that. I'm just saying. Performance wise, he said I did my thing, so can't wait for that to come out and has its rounds with the festivals and stuff. So and I'm also on YouTube. I don't have to plug anything, but I'm also on YouTube. I'm on a it's called The Actor's Take, where I do movie reviews and I kind of just give my acting review critics on like a movie that I saw. And my website, patrickdealactor.org, where you see my plethora of stuff, you know, my portfolio. And yeah, if you guys have any gigs, movies, or whatever, hit me up.
Man, we're gonna chop it up, bro, for real, most definitely. Hey man, keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you coming through Dope Living TV, man, so that we could, you know, celebrate you. And we want to do it again. So whenever you're ready, man, you let us know. We got you.
Yeah, but definitely great meeting you, Greg. Appreciate you guys having me on the show, and I had fun.
Most great. I know I have fun. Anybody that can tell jokes better than me, because I'm a comedian. I'm vibing with you, bro. We locked. All right.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, bro. This is Dope Living TV Live, man. We will see you guys on Monday, sometime Monday. We'll be here. All right. On time too. I'll be on time. All right.
He'll be on time, y'all.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna grow a beard like that, man. Maybe I can get an acting.
I gotta groom it, but yeah.
I'm gonna look like an old fool. That's what I'm gonna look like. I'm gonna stand in front of Walgreens, man, and see how much money I can get.
He's gonna look like he went through it. That's why he was late.
Through it.
Yeah, got through it.
Through it. This is Dope Living TV Live, guys. It's Patrick Deal right there. Okay, y'all check him out. Support this brother. Support. You'll see him again. All right. We'll see you guys Monday. All right. Peace.